Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Star Wars The Complete History. Today we're going to be reading a few different passages, and they look to be pretty good, still in the Clone Wars. We haven't quite gotten to Order 66 yet, but we'll get there eventually. So yeah, let's get right into it. The Fortress of Axion, 21.67 BBY, 4 months after the Battle of Geonosis. At the Battle of Geonosis, Master Yoda had proven himself a superior battlefield commander. Since then, Chancellor Palpatine had requested that the century-old sage be kept far from the front lines. Master Yoda still found ways to insert himself into strategic combat. One such situation presented itself on Axion. Once inhaled by humans, the planet had been bought out by the cannibalistic Colicod insects and now served as a separatist research and development center. One Colicoid engineer, responsible for the design of the protodecas used during the Dark Reaper crisis, had been sealed away in Axion's corporate fortress by his brethren. He made a tempting target for a Republic extraction mission. Several companies of clone troopers, along with their heavy equipment, made planetfall on Axion. Led by Commander Brolius, one of the outside military advisors hired by the Kaminoans to fine-tune the clones into fighting shape. Within 2 days, the small force had penetrated the fortress through a hole in its foundation. 2 days, however, was all the time that the Colicoids needed to call in the Separatist army. Super battle droids flushed the clones from the fortress and killed every last clone in a vicious house-to-house fighting. Soon only Commander Brolius remained, holed up in the bombed-out shells of a residential apartment, his call for reinforcements apparently ignored by Republic High Command. He awoke to the sight of Master Yoda, his single reinforcement, armed with only a lightsaber. Yoda reduced the advancing battle droid line to scrap and engaged a hop-wheeled Hellfire droid tank in a strangely elegant duel. Finally, Yoda tricked the robot into burying itself beneath 12 tons of collapsing rock. Yoda escaped with Brolius, but the overall mission to Axion had failed. The Battle of Munalist, 21.66 BBY, 4 months after the Battle of Geonosis. San Hill, the arrogant chairman of the intergalactic banking clan, had worked to make his homeworld of Munalist an unassailable castle keep. The Republic countered with sheer numbers, sending hundreds of assault ships, each one groaning from weight of troopers and war machines. Many vessels reached the surface only as smoldering hunks. Others found themselves cut off from their drop zones, forced to make landings behind enemy lines. General Obi-Wan Kenobi took command of the ground assault, while Anakin Skywalker fought for control of space in his Jedi Starfighter. Panicked, San Hill turned to Count Dooku's special reinforcements, the mercenary Dirge and his droid team of IG series Lancers. Armed with laser lancers and mounted on speeder bikes, killers roared forth to decimate the Republic's field headquarters. Like dark knights from the tales of the pre-Republic, Dirge's crew rode into the camp. Obi-Wan Kenobi mounted his own speeder and led a squad of Republic Lancers in a classic joust that ended with Dirge's defeat. Obi-Wan capitalized on his success by hooking up with some lost ARC troopers and staging a final offensive against the IBC command center. In space, Asajj Ventress toyed with Anakin Skywalker, leading her prey into hyperspace. They emerged at the jungle world of Yavin 4 and were soon joined by a company of clone troopers whom Obi-Wan had dispatched as backup. Anakin led the troopers through the sticky Maasai rainforest, watching helplessly as Ventress eliminated his men one by one. Finally, the two crossed blades atop a vine-blanketed ziggurat. Neither fighter could gain an advantage in a contest where they seemed to be evenly matched, but Anakin found his edge by tapping into his own rage. Knocked from the pyramid, Ventress vanished into the jungle below. On Dantooine, Master Mace Windu used his martial arts talents and the invisible punch of the Force to defeat a separatist droid battalion that carved up a hovering seismic charge mine layer. Master Yoda, Luminari Unduli, and Barriss Offee prevented cloaking chameleon droids from destroying the crystal caverns of the sacred Jedi planet Luum. On Mon Calamari, Kit Fisto led a regiment of clone scuba troopers against the Quarren Isolationist League, defeating the Separatist-aligned faction with help from the ancient order of Mon Calamari Knights. On Hapori, a factory world, General Grievous chose a key moment to attack Republic forces and nearly killed the Jedi Master Skyed Mundi, Kakru, Shakti, and Aayla Secura. A squad of ARC troopers burst in before the Jedi could be slaughtered. Grievous's sudden appearance on Hapori stunned the Jedi Council. While they had been aware of the existence of the Separatist General, Republic commandos had fought him in the catacombs during the Battle of Geonosis. None of them were prepared for the ease with which he took apart a knot of fully trained Jedi. The Battle of Brental, 21.6 BBY, 5 months after the Battle of Geonosis. It would be difficult to overstate the importance Brental 4 had on the Republic. An ancient core world home to noble families and trade guilds, it sat at the crossroads of the Paralimian trade route and the Hydian Way, two of the galaxy's most vital hyper routes. At the time, no one realized that the population achieved for a new life under the leadership of the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Brental clan leader Shorga Tok incited his people to riot. The Republic moved to secure their hyperspace junction, but by the Shoggar Tok already held the triggers of Brental 4's formidable Magna guns. Republic strategists assembled an invasion force led by Jedi Generals Shakti Plo Koon and Zabkar Agen Kolar and Shankar Ray. General Plo Koon commanded his fleet while the other three led the invasion armies. Things began to go wrong almost immediately. General Shankar Ray perished aboard an exploding gunship. General Kolar became a captive of the enemy. General Shakti survived long enough to make it to a prison facility where she recruited a few allies, including Laish, a murderer of Shakti's former Padawan. Laish betrayed her rescuer to Shoggar Tok at the earliest opportunity. Fortunately for the Jedi, the rest of Shakti's prison recruits sabotaged Brental's shield generator and wrecked its Magna guns. Plo Koon's fleet landed inside the hour, pacifying the planet and disposing of Shoggar Tok's body. Meanwhile, a similar situation had occurred on the neighboring core world of Essels, where a separatist-funded government faction declared that Essels had joined the Confederacy. A resistance movement of Republic loyalists forced the faction out in a bloody 5-day battle. Defection of Nar Shaddaa, 26.52 BBY, 6 months after the Battle of Geonosis. Jedi Master Quinlan Vos had already played in the moral gray zone of the Jedi Code, but after faulty intelligence surrounding the Battle of Brenthal 4 became associated with him, some Jedi thought that Quinlan was a traitor. The Jedi Council still trusted their agent, but saw the suspicion opening up an opportunity for enemy infiltration. Deliberately giving Quinlan the latest military codes, they allowed him to return to his undercover life as an informant broker. Days later, the Council sent Master Agen Kolar to capture Quinlan, telling the Zobark the Vos had stolen the codes. Two Jedi had shadowed on the smuggler's moon. Two Jedi had their showdown on the smuggler's moon. I'm sorry, I can't read sometimes. Nar Shaddaa, in neutral hut space. Fully convinced of the righteousness of the mission, in his zeal, Agen Kolar nearly killed his target, but as planned, Quinlan eluded capture and now possessed the perfect reputation of Jedi fugitive to ease his penetration to Count Dooku's inner circle. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, as always, I encourage you to leave a like rating, comment down below, letting me know what you guys thought of this episode, if you could put up with my terrible reading at times, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.